Hey there, friends. Thanks for checking in. I'm with Jade Molde. He's an editor with FMG Publications, and maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. Yeah, I'm the editor of Shooting Industry. It's our trade publication that focuses on industry news and industry trends, and our primary audience is a small firearms retailer.
Okay.
And then we have two consumer publications, American Handgunner and Guns Magazine.
Awesome. So that's good, because I want to know, in 2015, you know, a couple years back, there was just so much up and down. The hot thing was ARs, then it was single stack 9mm. In 2015, what did you see as the going trend in regards to firearms? Long guns, handguns, anything?
From the last year?
Yeah.
Sure. I know in long guns there was a lot of buildup from, we call them MSRs or ARs, modern sporting rifles.
Right.
A lot of built-up inventories, not as many people were buying. But now prices have gone down, and the demand is starting to increase again, especially after, it's 2016 now, but executive actions of Obama earlier this month.
Yeah.
In 2015, also handguns sales continue to remain pretty strong, especially in the personal defense and concealed carry categories.
Okay, so in your opinion, right now, the everything's CCW, you know. And one thing I've kind of noticed is, 7-8 years ago, the micro 380s were big. Those are kind of gone now a little bit, don't you think? I mean, maybe as a backup, but for the most part, you see people's primary carries are not just single stacks, but in some cases double stacks. The MP9C, the FNS 9C, things like that, where you're getting a higher amount of rounds in the bags for some of the stuff we've been seeing. Have you found that to be true?
Yeah, I've seen 380s. I think still are somewhat popular. I know some people don't like the snappy recoil as much, especially with shorter barrels. But actually, I know that Taurus Curve, it seems like it's been doing fairly well for them, and that's in 380. But I think predominantly 9mm, even 45. I think some people are carrying those as well.
Okay. Shotgun market still very strong.
Yeah, shotgun market's strong. It kind of varies depending on what the use is. For home defense shotguns seem like they're on the rise, and sporting shotguns kind of, I think, have been remained steady. There hasn't been any excessive sales, but like last year, Benelli introduced the blanking on the name of the new shotgun they had.
Okay, well, but nonetheless, yeah. I mean, now how about the 20 gauge? Pretty strong as well. I mean, I've been telling my guy, 20 gauge is very sufficient for home defense. I think everybody in the house can handle that.
Yeah.
It seems like shotgun is very steady. We see ups and downs in ammo and long guns. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay, and we're still strong with the CCW. Anything surprising coming out of 2016 that you could forecast?
I mean, it's not much of a surprise, but to me, the biggest, I think, push right now is everyone's worried about what's going to happen with, maybe the threat of further executive actions. So I think that's somewhere where the industry is going to see a lot of growth again this year, especially with volatility in the market. So I think people are going to be concentrating on trying to get those guns they think might be banned or restricted. So I think that's going to be a big.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Do you think there's going to be more government action?
I think there probably will. I know it's going to be a big political thing this year, especially being an election year. And I'm sure it will be determined by who wins the presidential election itself.
Right.
See what actions can be taken.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing how the minute our president opens his mouth, it directly affects this market like none other. I mean, you don't see this in automotive. You don't see this in energy, but for some reason, firearms and ammunition, I mean, there's a lot of panic buying. That seemed to settle down a lot in 2015 and in 2014, and as you mentioned, prices have dropped, including ammo, but the minute that, he hints of an executive order, people start buying again, and this may be something very bad, or it may turn out to be not much at all. We're kind of in the wait and see period. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I think even after Thanksgiving period, that was very much one of the busiest days I think ever recorded was on Black Friday. Everyone's trying to buy firearms. Then in mid-December or beginning of December, what happened in San Bernardino, the terrorist attack there.
Yeah,
I think that caused a spike as well, and then compounded by this executive action, I think it's going to continue increasing. So.
Okay, so how's the market looking for women?
Market for women, I think, looking strong. It's nice seeing a lot of manufacturers come out with products that are geared toward women and kind of taking them more serious customers, because the research has shown that women are wanting to be part of the industry.
Yeah, and senior citizens as well?
I haven't seen as much with senior citizens, but I imagine they're still doing pretty well as well. A lot of manufacturers are, being really sensitive with people that are sensitive to recoil, so they want to make sure that they're having the firearms that aren't as snappy in the recoil. Things
Right,
like that.
right.
So,
But do you think it's pretty much a middle-aged male market still strong here in the firearms industry?
yeah, I'd say predominantly still middle-aged men. I would say.
We welcome everybody, but really, I mean, even I look around SHOT Show, I see middle-aged men just like me. You're a little younger, of course. Well, anything else that you think's coming up that would be interesting for 2016?
Yeah, well, I think relating to the stereotype, I know Steve Sinetti said this last year at the industry summit that was in Savannah, Georgia, saying that our industry is known as being stale, male, and pale. Which you can, anyone in the industry probably can.
Well, that's me right there.
Yeah.
Short. You add short to that, and that's me. All right. Well, hey, I really appreciate it. You do a great job with your magazines, and just keep up the good work. You're putting out the good news, and that's what we're trying to do here on YouTube. So, thanks a lot, Jay.
Yeah, thanks so
great
much.
interview. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I appreciate you watching, and you guys be safe.